Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second edition of Civilization Saturday. We hope you enjoyed the first one. I'm James.
And I'm Jason, and this is Gaming After Hours.
That's right. Well, as you can see, we're starting off right where we
Right where
left
we
off.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Me getting ready to do epic battle with 4 barbarian units here and see who overcomes. And additionally, waiting for artillery, Jay.
Yeah, it just became my turn, so.
Oh, it did? It was saying that
Yeah.
before, too. That's one thing about, there's a slight little lag. Sometimes, every once in a while. But,
There we go.
here we are. Once again, I am Germany, and he is playing as the United States. Oh, there they
Correct.
go. Trying to attack me. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. They're double tagging me here. They're double teaming me. I haven't seen this much double team since the last time I was at a hotel with 2 very fine ladies.
Whatever you say there, James. We're going to take our warrior back to the town so I can upgrade him. Move my archers down this way.
Now, I'm pretty sure I did that before. I was pretty sure, actually, that before we signed off last time, I had sent my chariots north to deal with these, update, my barbarians are almost dead. So
Okay.
I thought I had sent my chariot slightly north there to deal with that situation, and it turns out that did not happen. We're going to have to choose a production.
Speaking of chariots, I get the wheel on my next turn.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And state workforce, so.
Going to go ahead
That'll
and
be cool.
Aachen build another settler so that we can just crank out cities here. We've already got 3. One more ain't going to hurt us.
I've got the 2. And actually, the more cities you have, it seems like the more that they want to mess with you. Oh, there's the wheel. And state workforce, so.
What do you mean by that? The more that they want to, for productions to be completed?
No, the more, like, barbarians will fuck with you and other countries will declare war on you and shit.
Most definitely. But that's, in a situation like that, you just got to be prepared. And when you're in a situation where you already have the heavy chariot, you don't have to worry about people who decide that they're going to come over and try to cause a little bit of problems for you. You just stomp them out like the pieces of dog trash that they are.
Well, if that's what you got to do, then I guess.
Then speaking of dog trash, my warrior finally died. So,
Oh, okay.
chariots to the rescue here. We got more chariots on the way, and
Well, I just took out 2 barbarian scouts.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here's a Scythia scout that's peeping around my neighborhood. So, he's about to get jacked up.
Yeah, get him.
You get these idiot people all the time.
That's true. Oh, there's my boat.
So while we have a slight lull in the action here, we'd like to mention we got another YouTube page that is the After Hours Theater. Season 3 is in production right now, and you're going to like what happens on Season 3.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Well, I don't know if I'd say good, but funny. A lot of funny stuff.
We also have a Facebook, Twitter, a Patreon, and if you become a subscriber, you can get some pretty cool stuff.
That is correct. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll put that up on my screen right now.
Cool.
So that should be up there right now. We've also got an Instagram now. Just started throwing some photos up on there, and there's some cool little images for some stuff that we did in Season 2, as well as some stuff that we've been doing in Season 3. So,
yeah, so far. We've had a blast. Just had a good time doing it and everything like that. And kind of, I don't know, you get the feeling kind of like while you're doing it, just how special it's going to be. And some of the stuff for Season 3 is going to be really special. It's going to be really nice.
Yeah, for sure. I know I've been having fun doing the editing, especially. The recording is always a good time, but I do all of the editing for the show, so that's kind of where I get my my enjoyment out of it, I guess. for the most part. It's all enjoyable, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's always enjoyable, and there's always little things that you're going to find that are, better than others. Like myself personally, I like actually being a little bit more behind the camera, even though, oftentimes, seeing as how we got a limited cast, I don't really get the opportunity. But I like to do a lot of that stuff and watch how it unfolds as it was plotted out. It just is really cool seeing that come together. And sometimes it doesn't come together as well as you thought it was going to, and you get one of those situations. But either way, it's a neat situation seeing how it unfolds one way or the other.
yeah, sure. I don't know. For me, a lot of it is seeing that transition between, you've got a green screen and some guys just standing in a basement, a garage, and then it goes from that to being, now we're standing, at Cleveland Browns Stadium, or we're standing, you know, Paris, wherever. So, real cool for me anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely really
Oh,
cool.
it's got me a natural wonder.
Nice. I've gotten to the. I found out where my other chariot had gone.
Okay,
It
okay.
was it
Well,
was it was in fact going east, and so I'm bringing him back a little ways, and still attacking this encampment here because I did lose my warrior. So still got 3 out of the 4 barbarian units to take out, and building a chariot there in Cologne, and in Aachen. Got a settler in 3 turns. In Mons, it's going to be a granary in 11 turns. So next turn, try to get this going.
all right.
And also, I got ironworking and military training on the burner.
Cool. Let's see here. I'm gonna keep this warrior up by my town because, you know, barbarians like to attack when you bring all of your forces out. That's when they seem to really move up the coastline, or move up to where you're at, I guess, would be the thing. So, yeah, I already did him. Come on. All right.
As you can see, my cities are completely.
Chickens.
Oh boy, we have Scythian missionaries here. They're Protestants, and they're showing up to try to convert my people here. They already did it in Mons, apparently, and so they're going to be coming through Aachen and Cologne to try to convert my people here, which is, that's fine. Right now, we're going with God of Craftsmanship, but I mean, I guess if Protestants are better than that,
Sure.
Oh boy, here my chariot here has been in all kinds of battles while I've been shifting around, and oh boy,
Having some issues over there, are you?
not really, but he's been, he just got into a little conflict there, and it looked like he was going to die if I didn't, give him some orders over here. So instead of actually moving him around and telling him to attack the archers that were attacking him, I basically just told him to get promoted.
Oh, okay. Told him to get good then.
Yep, got one more turn before Aachen produces a settler, one more before another chariot comes, and blam.
That's cool.
And my chariot to the northeast is kicking ass.
Oh, new government. Gonna
And
go
here,
with.
boom.
I'm gonna go with this one because I get a boost to combat stuff, so that'll be cool. Um,
Ooh, nice. Walls.
let's
Right
go
there.
great scientist points. The envoy one. Bup, 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 bup. Hmm. Yeah, I think that should be good. Just want to double check. That's just for fighting barbarians. We'll do this one. Save us some money. Money's always a good thing to... Oh. Sure you want to close... No. Confirm policies first. There we go. Alright, man. That was more difficult than it should have been.
Yeah, definitely money's always something that you want to hang on to. As you can see, I got 370 plus 2.7 per turn that's coming in right now. And I haven't spent any money on anything. So, this depends on the different resources that come in. You can get more for that. Sometimes the shipping out here, you see these little resources out here, the pearls, the crab, different things like that. You can send a builder out there to build an improvement, and he'll build a little fishing area. And next thing you know, you'll be making money off of that stuff. I've never made money from my crabs before, but
I have.
Next turn.
College is a rough time. So, oh, there we go. We had mentioned all of the social media stuff, right?
Yeah.
What we didn't mention is that we have a mixer for live streams.
Yeah.
Mixer.com. There's a link down in the description of all of these things. But the reason that I bring up Mixer, and the reason why it's kind of important, is because we are going to be doing a live stream on Mixer. And it's going to be soon, right?
That's right. It's February the 10th. That's next Saturday. So that's coming up. So you're going to have to check that out for sure. And, stay woke about everything we do. I mean, why wouldn't you?
For sure. I just built a harbor. All right. Yes, definitely stay woke. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there
I was
going
to say something, and I don't remember what it was.
Ironworking is completed. So now, let's see. Astrology. Next turn.
Next turn. Just taking my dudes around here, looking to make sure that there's no barbarian encampments around here. If anybody's wondering why I'm moving my guys around down here at the bottom so much, that's why I'm looking for barbarian encampments, basically.
Well, these people of Scythia just pissed me off.
Well, they're little bastards, so. I'm going to bring him this way, actually. I'll bring this guy down here, and he can just follow right along the mountain line. Alright, I can send an envoy now.
Yep. I did that a little earlier. One turn before military training.
Auckland.
Aachen or Auckland?
Auckland.
Oh.
Auckland.
Well, then...
It's a Hong Kong territory. Or a Chinese territory, rather.
Yeah,
I've got that, and I've got Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Speaking of China...
Yeah.
We've got some things going on with the after hours. Because there's somebody there, that's why. With the award show that I had mentioned before, like some different categories for awards.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of those categories are stuff like, best sketch, right?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Best post-credit scene.
Right.
Because if you've watched the show and you didn't know, there is a post-credit scene every episode.
Yeah, that's true.
So, something to be aware of. Stay woke, again, as stated before. And there's other categories, such as, worst sketch and worst accent.
Yeah.
So, definitely some categories in there. I believe we've got 12 total awards that we're doing this season.
Yeah, and that'll definitely be a lot of fun. everything basically with the live show is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, this is a opportunity for people to get showcased, who did, exceptionally good or exceptionally bad during the year. So
Yeah,
it's definitely always good. You see in award shows and people win awards for like the best sort of thing, but rarely do you see anything where somebody wins an award for just being completely shitty. So that definitely features into what we like to do here, because hey, let's be realistic about what's going on.
for sure.
Let's not just point out the good stuff. Let's also point out the stuff that didn't really make it. So worst accent, like you'd said before, I believe
Yeah.
worst sketch is in there. So
Yeah.
just different things like that let you know, hey, we're not all one-sided over here.
We've got the best random act of violence, which is a really cool category.
Yeah, that'll be pretty neat. And there's a lot of cool. I got my fingers crossed. Basically, as far as the voting goes, we don't know about the voting and everything like that, like what's going to happen. But I got my fingers crossed for a few of those awards. Hopefully take home a couple of them.
Yeah. I believe that you've been nominated for a couple, so
Yeah.
hopefully you'll get at least one, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's how you got to say. Hey, maybe nominated for a couple. Hopefully, at least one of them comes through. But we'll see at the end of the day. Hey, if you want to find out, stay tuned.
Yeah. Definitely follow us on Twitter, because we're going to be popping up a couple of polls there. Poll.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff, like we mentioned before, that we got going on. So, like I said, you gotta stay with us. You gotta stay on and see what we're up to and everything like that, because we're always doing something.
That's for sure.
I mean, this being one of them, After Hours Theater being another one. We have aspirations to do a bunch of different things. So, just keep your eyes open, and definitely follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff that we already said before, because that's the only way you're going to know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah. So, she's got a great scientist. Don't know where to move. Oh, I can move him right here. And you can do that. Alright. And I got some little barbarians coming in. So I'm going to move my warrior over this way to kind of get that dude. And just go ahead and attack these guys. There we go. Next turn. So back to some of the categories. We've got most talked about moment. I've actually got a list of categories right here.
Oh, nice.
Worst accent, which we already had talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something. That was weird. Best post-credit scene. So, I think that we already mentioned that one, right?
No, we didn't.
We didn't? Okay.
But
well, that's one of them.
Yeah, there is a, like we said before, there is a post-credit scene on every single one of them. So, yeah, definitely, if you weren't aware of that, now you are aware. And usually we like to put like a real good, zinger right there at the end. That way, just in case, if you did stay watching, then you aren't disappointed,
Yeah, for sure. Because I know I'm often disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I can recall a certain movie, actually a certain movie company that always does post-credit scenes, decided to put out a movie with a post-credit scene in which the people in the post-credit scene said, "Thanks for sticking around for the post-credit scene. Patience is a virtue, now go away."
Yeah, kind of a dick move.
And that was like, oh, well, nice. Fuck you too then, buddy. Half the fun is the post-credit scene.
Boom. Got me some horseback riding.
Yeah. And one more turn, I'll have celestial navigation, and in 2, I'll have political philosophy.
Nice. I just put in for engineering, so that'll be 4 turns. Worst tasting joke as a category. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, that'll be pretty funny. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can do that, we've made a lot of jokes, and a lot of them have been in bad taste, so there's a lot of things that could definitely, be thrown in there with that one. So I mean, that's a great category there, for sure.
Yeah. Actually, I think we try to go out of our way to have the worst tasting jokes. Kind of like Wendy's goes out of their way to have the worst tasting food.
Well, not true, but
Well,
uh,
they're not
basic,
great.
basically, yeah. I mean, it's not that we go out of our way to have the worst tasting sort of jokes. It's just that um, not a lot of people are pushing the envelope, and not a lot of people, even show that they're a part of being in any way, shape, or form. Not to say that it's just the whole thing is controversial and that's what makes it what it is, but um, we like to show people we're not afraid to say certain things and not afraid to do certain things, and I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. One of the things too is we try to be intentionally offensive, which is kind of our motto. We want to offend you. If we haven't offended you, then the joke didn't go far enough. So okay,
Yeah,
he's at this point in my town. Come here, you little bastard.
new government. Gonna go with the classical republic and fill these things here. So
Move him down this way, I think. Okay, is he moving some more, or I guess so. All right. Um, let's see. What are some of the other categories we've got? We've got worst beard, or I'm sorry, best beard.
yeah,
So who do you think would win that? I mean, we've only got 2 cast members who have beards, right?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. As far as all those categories are concerned, it's just hard to tell. I mean, anybody could take home anything at any given time. That's the beauty of what's going on. It's pretty unpredictable, and this is very much unlike what any other type of award show is. That you're going to see out there. Like I said before, you're going to see things showcased in this that generally aren't, always showcased when it comes to, award shows like worst sort of things, or like for like best beard or something like that. Like what the hell award show has best beard? The only reason that we have it in the first place is because it's one of those things with millennials, and kids like to grow beards nowadays, even though they're fucking 12, and So I mean, so it has to be a thing, I guess. But that's why it's in there. And so who's gonna win? I don't know, but I got my fingers crossed. Even though I didn't have a beard all season long, I got my fingers crossed in that hunt. I know that you didn't sport a beard for the majority of it, and if I were you, I'd keep your fingers crossed in the situation too, because it's a very unpredictable sort of system.
Got a little bit of face fur growing right now. So,
Yeah.
how about this category? Best pratfall.
Yeah,
We had some good ones.
we had some really good ones that year. One cast member decided to not partake in them, whether it was a conscious decision or not. So, I mean, obviously that guy can't have any sort of claim to fame in that category, but that's the only one where I can't say that just about anybody could win, because, when you don't do them, you have no horse in the race. But, yeah, definitely. There were a lot of really good pratfalls, and I enjoyed, you enjoy them until they start hurting.
For sure. For sure. I know a couple of them I did. I got pretty messed up in, but a couple of them you did. You actually bled from. So,
Yeah, definitely.
you definitely got me hands down on that category. But best character had a lot of good ones this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. There was a lot of bad ones too. So it's a good thing that things like that are a thing in this one. But there were a lot of good ones, and a lot of things that worked out really, really, really well. And I'm excited to see who wins that one, because once again, that's a category where pretty much anybody could have a horse in the race.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of best character, best costume. Now, we've had some pretty damn good costumes, if I do say so.
Yeah,
Um,
they've all been pretty decent. I like them a lot. The one thing that I will say about it is that some people um shine more than others in the costume department as far as the willingness to go forward with it and the willingness to put yourself out there as a costumed character. So,
sure,
basically it was
sure.
like it's basically like a couple people running the race by themselves in that one, basically because there's no way anybody else is going to win it. So, I got my fingers crossed. You should too. And
Yeah, yeah,
to the victor go the spoils, I guess.
for sure. Best music number. Now, we've only had a couple of music numbers this season,
Yeah.
um,
And
but they've all been real good, I think.
they're well timed. That's the point, and also well scripted. You got to put it in there, and it's got to mean something. So, what does it mean, to throw a song that you like or whatever into the whole thing? Nothing. But if you put it in some sort of context and some sort of jokes that are going on there, all of a sudden it means something.
Sure.
It's got to mean something for it to be right.
Now, we've only got a couple more minutes of this episode left. We're nearing 30 minutes at this point, but we got a couple more categories here. Worst sketch we had already mentioned.
Yeah, worst sketch we'd already mentioned, and yeah, there's a few of them that they could definitely qualify into that category.
For sure. But going right along with worst sketch is, of course, best sketch.
Yeah, and that one right there, those two might go hand in hand, polar opposites on the spectrum. But, the one thing is for best sketch, there's another one where there's a lot of, considerably less, I think, than the worst category. But there's enough in there where you think, who might it be? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a lot of fun. We urge you to just, definitely get the mixer thing going on. Watch us. Make sure that you see it live because it's only going to happen one time live, and then after that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be posted up on YouTube after that, but you don't get the same experience because when it's live, you can talk to us in the chat. Well, not really us so much because we'll be accepting awards, but, we've got somebody that's going to be running the booth. And she'll be able to respond. And if somebody wants to leave us a little tip and a message attached to the tip, she can get a message to us about it, and we can give you a shout out on the give you a little shout out. So
yeah, most definitely.
But at any rate, I think as far as episodes go, that's going to do it for this one.
Yeah. I mean, time goes by pretty fast. We always enjoy playing a game like this. So,
yeah, feel like I really haven't done a whole lot. But next episode, I'm gonna deal with these fucking barbarians.
Yeah, I'm on my second World Wonder in Aachen right now.
It's pissing me the fuck off. But yeah, I've got one World Wonder, and I discovered one. So, jeez, man, they just lit up my dude.
Yeah, I got
They
4 cities here. The city of Bremen was created, and 4 cities got walls going up on them and stuff like that. I'm going to learn engineering in 3 turns, defensive tactics in 4. It's been a pretty productive 20-some minutes at this point, so it feels good.
Well, I just got a settler too, so hopefully next episode I will get a 3rd city and kill these bastards that are attacking me. But we'll have to wait until next episode. We'll have to wait till next Saturday to see what happens on Civilization Saturdays.
Yeah, that's right.
So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, have a great week, and tune
Absolutely.
in definitely to Don't Starve. That's on Wednesday, so we'll see you then.
Wednesdays. Yep.